Well, acquisition word usually means a SPAC, and this definitely has a very SPAC-y looking chart with all the ups and downs and the crazy spikes and the pudding. It's not. It focuses on affecting a merger because, of course, it does. Oh, and they've already announced who they're going to merge with. They're going to merge with these guys, Anghami, leading music streaming platform in the Middle East and North Africa. Neato. I want to read more about what that's about. And of course, a bunch of shareholder alerts with lawsuits because people are angry about the terms. That's, the par for the course of the SPAC. I've gone on that tangent plenty. But yeah, so when was this? When was this announced? March 3rd. So yeah, you can see March 1st we're doing fine. Everyone's happy. Everyone's hoping we're going to do good things. March 2nd, oh man, I really hope they're going to announce something soon. I can't wait to see what it is. And then March 3rd, everyone's just disappointed again. SPAC life cycle. I've mentioned it before. Never fails. Maybe it fails sometimes, but most of the time it's right. And then it's just kind of been hovering around the $10 high nines price point since then. It's actually been pretty steady. That's actually a fairly good sign for me to want to say, depending on whether or not I like the company it's going to merge with, because again, at this point, you are not. It's not a rating for the SPAC. The SPAC has already done what it's going to do. It's not going to be a rating for the SPAC. It's going to be a rating for the company that's going to merge with the SPAC, whether or not I like them. And if I do like them, the price has steadied very much so, to the point where I would be more than happy to give it a hold or even a buy if I end up liking what I read about the company that they're going to merge with. So perhaps it's a good time to go take a look at what that is. Tell me about Anghami. I certainly hope I'm saying that right. I'm probably not. The first Arab technology company listed on the Nasdaq. Really? That's surprising. I figured there would be more. Publicly traded special purpose acquisition company that raised $100 million. That actually implies an initial pro forma enterprise valuation of approximately $220 million, or 2.5 times 2022 estimated not earnings, but revenues. It's a little concerning that it points out revenues and not earnings. Earnings is typically, again, the more important number. That is expected to close Q2 of 2021, so it's very close. UAE's premier publicly listed asset management investment company firm. Parent of the sponsor have gathered commitments of a combined $40 million in PIPE financing. I don't know what that is. What is PIPE financing? What is PIPE finance? What is a PIPE? What is PIPE, and what should investors expect after a deal? Oh man, I can't wait to see what this is. In fact, you know what? I think I'm gonna play that video real quick. Let me turn on my desktop sound. When a SPAC announces its wait, my sound's not coming through. Nah, all right, screw it. Well, screw it. We'll just read about it. Or not, because this is a transcript of an interview. Ugh, why is the world awful? What is a pipe in a SPAC? How does SPAC... I know how SPACs work, but what is a pipe? I've heard about PIPE. PIPE stands for Private Investment in Public Equity. It involves selling shares of a public company in a private arrangement with a select investor group. Okay. All right, that makes more sense. So they're basically selling $40 million worth of equity to public or not public in private transactions. That's fine. Currently backed by leading manufacturer, high growth, 56 million data points on its daily users. Founded in 2012, first music streaming platform in the Middle East and North Africa. Oh damn, amount of time. Ah, crap. I don't know. It seems like a pretty good company to me. I didn't really see any in those descriptions. The only thing I didn't like is that it decided to speak in terms of revenues and not earnings. I can see many reasons for that. Perhaps it just doesn't have a good estimate for earnings due to volatility in profitability prospects, or it could be trying to hide information at worst. I don't think it would do that, but it's very possible. Sometimes, sometimes it's just as important to read what's not there in addition to what is there, if that makes sense. But I typically don't take that as the first option. So I think that's just because perhaps they don't have a good estimate of when profitability will happen, but revenues they can at least estimate pretty well. But yeah, I don't really see any red flags about this Anghami company, and I'm actually more than I know I said I'd be more than happy to give this a hold or even a buy if I really like what I see. I did really like what I see. Or rather, what I saw. So I'm actually very comfortable giving this a buy, to be honest. Yeah, I'm gonna give this a buy. I liked what I saw about Anghami. It definitely seems to be it probably had a lot of growth already, but sounds like it can still have a lot of growth on the horizon also. Let me just go back to Google real quick here so I can set myself up for the next time. But yeah, I liked what I saw. I'm gonna give it a buy. And again, this is because it has already done that, because it is now in the second phase of the SPAC life cycle where it is post announcement. This is not so much a buy for the SPAC company itself, but rather a buy for the company that it is going to become. Again, that Anghami media company.